Here I am outside the incredible Dubai Expo 2020. Today I'm doing a live broadcast to 6 different countries and 40 different destination management companies around the world, sharing with them just how amazing Dubai is, and after 8 months of being outside of lockdown, the amazing things that they can expect when they bring their incredible clients to experience the magic of being in Dubai. I feel really privileged to be doing this event, and you get to see exactly what happens next.
As the city's official convention bureau, Dubai Business Events is able to make connections to local stakeholders across the city, and we also provide services to facilitate international business events. First and foremost, introductions and advice to international organizers to familiarize themselves with Dubai, as well as an opportunity to offset some of the cost. Dubai has a strong tradition for close collaboration between public and private partners, and that's also what we see in the restarting of the business event sector.
A very warm good afternoon, it could be good morning depending where you are, from Dubai, and from a very special showcase of Dubai as a destination brought to you by Memento. My name is Dave Crane, it's great to see you, and I've got the pleasure of sharing with you some incredible things that are going to be happening in Dubai. They're happening now, and we'd love for you to join us. Now, where we are right now is we're in the Sustainability Pavilion on the Terra part of EXPO 2020. Now, I don't know how easily you can see behind me, but this place is set up with these incredibly large structures. They look like flying saucers, to be honest with you, and I've been told that they are the size of 5 whales, nose to fin, all the way back, nose to tail, which is 130 meters. Now, the thing about these particular discs behind us is when you actually look at what they do, they take solar power to repopulate it all the way around, and also they take power bouncing back off the floor, so it's got 2 sides of being able to create this incredible impact. Where we are right now is below the ground level, so it keeps the temperature down, and lots of incredible stuff all about the sustainability. Now I can see that we've got people joining us from all across the globe, which is really exciting. Give me a wave if you can hear me. There we go. Everyone's not sure if they are waving, and some people haven't got their cameras on. Let me see where you are. This is very exciting. We're going live right across the world. In fact, to be honest with you, we're going live now to the UK. If you're from the UK, give us a wave. There we go. UK, Belgium, wonderful. Germany, Netherlands, Luxembourg, and the UAE. So exciting to have you all here, and welcome to Dubai Expo 2020. As I mentioned, a very special showcase of Dubai as a destination brought to you with Memento. Now, I don't know how much you know about the UAE. You should know quite a lot. You may even have been here, but we're going to be sharing a ton of stuff with you, and also introducing you to our incredible panel of experts who'll be sharing different ideas about how you can put some stuff together, and some of the questions that you've sent to us they will be answering. We'll also be going live to many of the new destinations across the country, so you can hear firsthand from the experts and hospitality practitioners what they've got lined up for you when you bring your clients and your business back to Dubai. So it's all a very exciting place to be here. Now, the question that many people will be saying is, yeah, but why Dubai? Well, first of all, we've been out of lockdown for 8 months, at least. I was vaccinated some time ago, as was my wife, as was my dogs. I don't know why we took them, but we did. And there's only, I think we're one of the top 3 countries in the world that's been vaccinated so heavily. So we're open to business. Everything we have here is ready and open to look after you. Now, unlike many venues around the world, including places like Broadway, where I hear horror stories about, for instance, rats eating seats and eating cables, Dubai has never been off the grid. Everything you see is ready and waiting to invite you here. Now, one of the things I'd like to say is I'd like to introduce you to our esteemed panelists. And they are going to be sharing with us a ton of different things and sharing the idea of how you can get the most out of bringing your clients and your business to Dubai. So first of all, I'd like to say hello to Steen Jacobsen, the Assistant Vice President of Dubai Business Events and City Operations for Dubai Tourism. Sumathi Ramathnathan, who's the Global Destination Marketing Director for EXPO 2020, where we are right now. Next to her, we have Mohammed Trebelsi, the Managing Director of Memento Destination and Events. And joined next to Mohammed is Wael Esid, who's the Director of Projects at Memento Destination and Events. And also on Zoom, I'd also like to say hello. And it's the first time for me to meet you, so you have to wave to say who you are. From the UK, we've got Mags Shaw, the Director of Mags Worldwide. Where are you, Mags? Wonderful, good to see you, Mags. Also from Benelux, we've got Ria Mouiart, who's the Director of DMC Collection. Ria? There we go, fantastic. And also from Dutch, the German-speaking countries, we've got René van der Veen, who's the Director of DMC Collection. René? Excellent. So the whole gang is here, which is fantastic. So thank you, by the way, for sharing and bringing so many people to enjoy the experience that we have today. And the work you do is incredible. And also, first of all, the most important thank you is, once again, thank you to everybody for turning up. I know it's a challenge when you got the option of Netflix and other things like that. I know that you're busy. I know, I was just saying that. So I really do thank you for your time. And we're working hard to make sure that every moment you spend with us is going to be worth it for you as well. So before we begin, there is a chance that some of you may not actually know much about Dubai. I find that hard to believe, but just in case you don't know, we're going to give you a crash course by sharing a video. Take a look at this. So there we go, that's your introduction to Dubai, as if you'd never seen it before. And having lived here for 30 years, I have to say that through the last year, talking to my friends, my colleagues, my families all around the world, not only are we the most exciting place to be in the world right now, but also one of the few places open to business like nothing ever happened. Now today's session is answering a lot of your questions and sharing to you why you should be considering bringing your guests, bringing your business and your clients back to Dubai, because we're open for business the same as we've always been. To do that, to explain better than I can do, we've got our incredible panel of experts. And first of all, let's turn to Steen from Dubai Tourism. So Steen, great to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Now, there's a lot of questions I'm going to throw at you, but this one is probably the biggest of everything. The pandemic is a global issue that's created incredible challenging times everywhere, but Dubai has dealt with it differently than most places. What has made Dubai so different?
Well, thank you, Dave, and hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in today. I hope everyone is doing well. Of course, the pandemic has also been affecting Dubai. What happened in about 12 months from now, 12 months ago in March last year, was that we went into a very short but very effective lockdown that allowed us to control the pandemic extremely well, ensure that we could enforce all the necessary measures and precautions in order for the authorities here to have it under full control. From there on, starting in May, we opened up gradually a number of our economic sectors. One of the first ones that opened was for domestic tourism, and that was in May last year. Then in July last year, we opened our borders as one of the first countries worldwide for international visitors and tourists. They've remained open ever since, and we are very proud that we've been able to keep our borders open and make sure that safety and the well-being of our residents, of course, and of visitors has been the number one priority. As Dubai has been open, we saw a gradual increase in number of visitors coming from July and all the way through to December, and that has continued. Of course, we see that there are travel restrictions worldwide that is also impacting Dubai. But if you have a negative COVID-19 test certificates, you can get on a plane and you can come to Dubai. Some of the things that have allowed us to keep the pandemic under very, very good control is the fact that we've had an extreme test and trace system in place, a program that has been extremely successful, and we've done millions of tests. Also, the rollout of the vaccine has been very successful. As of today, more than 50% of the target group have received the vaccine. So that is also allowing us to stay open for business. Some of the things that have also ensured that we could stay open is the fact that the precautionary measures put in place, whether it's for individual residents and visitors as well as for businesses, has been very consistent. We haven't changed them. They've been easy to follow. They've been easy for everyone to ensure that you could adapt the right behavior. Those situations where there's been non-compliance, we've had authorities making sure that that was corrected. If businesses has not been complying, they've been shut down. Individuals has been fined, and that has really allowed us and ensured that everyone is fully compliant, and everyone here is really accountable for their own behavior, making sure that you understand, you comply with the protocols, you take that responsibility upon yourself. And I think the community and everyone here in Dubai has really come together to follow the guidelines and make sure that we could stay open and will continue to stay open throughout the pandemic as we fight it. One of the other things I want to highlight also is the fact that everything that has been done in close collaboration between public and private partners. So the government and the authorities has obviously not been able to issue and to enforce any of those regulations that are in place without the full support from the private sector, and especially from our sector, the events and tourism and hospitality, the support that we've seen from key stakeholders, from Dubai airports, Emirates and Fly Dubai, our hotels, our venues, restaurants, attractions, experiences, shopping malls, and everyone in the hospitality and event ecosystem has really been phenomenal, and that has really allowed us to stay open and to continue to stay open.
That's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Steen. And I've got to say, from my own experience, as soon as we went into lockdown, it was also balanced by the fact that you could see from videos that there were Terminator-style drones that were sanitizing and cleaning the streets to make sure that the emphasis was very much on getting Dubai back as normal as soon as possible. And the 8 months that we've had of being open is a great testament to exactly that great work that's being done. I'd like to turn now to Sue from EXPO 2020, which has kept the name EXPO 2020, not 21, because if you're going to spend $1 billion on something that's very special, you want it to stay exactly as special as it can be. But before we go to Sue, let's take a look at how amazing EXPO 2020 truly is. Here we go.
On the 1st of October 2021, we will open the gates of EXPO 2020 to the world. Smiling, confident, and proud as we stand ready to connect, entertain, and inspire, ready to deliver on our promise. More than 190 countries have already joined us. As a nation where impossible is possible, prepares to celebrate its golden jubilee with the world, we never stop moving forward, with hope, with care, and with pride. Always learning from one another and sharing new ideas that can build a better future for us all. Because great things can happen when we bring the world together. Expo 2020 Dubai, 1st of October 2021 to the 31st of March 2022. 1 year to go.
Well, that was then, but this is right now. Now, Expo 2020 is officially open. People are wandering around, they're visiting, they're having a look at it. It's an amazing place. We're here in the Sustainability Pavilion, and we're joined now by Sue. Sue, the challenges is when you create a $1 billion structure and a city like this is, what do you do with all these incredible pavilions when everything gets put on hold? How do you keep everyone active, and how do you keep the place moving forward?
Hi everyone, and a very good afternoon. I'm delighted to be here, and actually I'm really very happy to be welcoming you virtually to the Sustainability Pavilion. It's one of the many iconic pavilions, as Dave has just been talking about. It's a tree-like structure. So for those of you who are familiar with the Eden project in Cornwall in England, the same architects, Grimshaw, actually worked on this fantastic building. In the desert, this building can actually sustain itself off the grid by generating its own electricity and power. And that's just one of the many of the hundreds of pavilions that visitors will be able to see when they come to the World Expo. I think I have been in the business of travel and tourism for more than 15 years. I've honed my career working for governments, and I've seen the pain of some of the challenges that we've had in the tourism industry. That includes 9/11, that also includes the ash clouds over Iceland, but I've never seen anything which is as traumatic for the travel industry and the, be it leisure or professional MICE industry, like what we are going through now. What we have done as well is to really step up to the challenge. As Steen was talking earlier, Dubai has been leading the way in terms of ensuring that the destination is safe and yet open for business. And that's exactly what Expo has been doing. Some of you may be very familiar with the fact that we had to postpone the show by a year. And postponement of mega events like the Olympic Games, like the World Expos and the FIFA World Cup does not happen in a very simple way. It has to be tabled to the legislation of the Bureau of International Exposition. The vote had to take place for the first time in the history of BIE virtually. I think what is really promising for us is we gave the countries a month to vote on the postponement. Within a week, we had secured the 2/3 majority to get the new dates. So that shows the confidence of all the participating countries in terms of the Expo. And in the past 1 year, while the theme and the ethos and the name of Expo 2020 remains the same, we have done a tremendous amount of work in terms of taking a look at how do we make the experience safer and how do we tailor the experience in a pandemic world. So the visitor experience team has been spending a significant of time using some of the great technology that we have. We're very fortunate to be working with partners like SAP, Siemens, Cisco. We also have a robotics and artificial intelligence partner called Terminus. They are looking across the board in terms of smart ticketing, queue management, sanitization, and using of technology to ensure that the visitor experience is safe. And one of the things that we have done, and one of the questions that I get asked most often, is Expo happening? And I think the proof is in the pudding. Today I'm joined by Muhammad and Wael and Steen and Dave at the Expo site. We've not opened the entire Expo site for the audience. We are giving them a small exclusive sneak peek into some of the key pavilions. And by that, we are also able to really test our operations. We are able to see how we can actually provide an experience where the visitors are wearing the mask, there is proper social distancing, while at the same time not compromising on that phenomenal visitor experience. This is helping us. In fact, I think you can look at this postponement either in terms of it's a setback or look at it as an opportunity to really improve things, and that's what we have done. The second thing that we have done is working very closely with the countries in terms of the content that is coming on site. So for the MICE industry, I think what is really exciting is this theme is so broad. connecting minds, creating the future is the big theme. But then underneath it, we have got 3 key sub-themes: opportunity, mobility, and sustainability. And I know a number of you work with people, businesses across pharmaceuticals, FMCGs, multi-level marketing companies, automotive industries, clean energy. No matter what business your client is in, you would be able to put together a phenomenal experience and itinerary for them to come to this World Expo. Health and wellness has taken up a huge degree of importance. We are working across the board, including Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation, to take a look at some of the key content that'll be coming on site. And the countries have been given a chance to cope with pandemic in their own market, plus at the same time prepare for the World Expo. So the postponement has actually given everybody hope, and I think an opportunity to refresh the offering they're having in market.
Thank you, Sue. And one of the things I can say, having been here 30 years, is you do have a real drive. Even though you've got about 200 different nationalities all based in Dubai, we feel like a single community, which is the let's get back on track and let's let business happen just as it always has in this incredible country, in this incredible destination. I'd like to now turn to Mo from Memento, or as I should say, award-winning Memento, as I always see them winning awards all left, right, and center. Now, Mo, you're in charge of destinations and events. Now, it's a real challenge to be able to do special things in Dubai that makes everybody go wow above everybody else, but you still manage to do it. What's the secret?
Thank you, Dave. Well, good afternoon or good morning, everyone. It's good to see many familiar faces here. It is a very, it's an open market here, very competitive environment. It's even sometimes the survival of the fittest. But what we try to do here, what we think is special in our setup, is the team that we have on board. A group of people, of individuals who are really committed to what they want to do, and people who are hardworking. So it's a very diverse range of professional experts and multilingual operational expertise, joined by young talents who would like to grow and do well in the industry. So we definitely think is the team that gives us that edge. We strive every day to bring you that first-hand experience of what Destination Dubai has to offer. Obviously, we put that for you in terms of itineraries and ideas, be it an extravagant gala dinner in a private island, or a culinary experience in the souks of Deira, or maybe a bonding activity for your team in Hatta Mountains. We put all that together and give it to you to experience that Arabian hospitality that Dubai has to offer. Because we know that the team is important for us, we invest and spend a lot of time in developing them. For example, Wael last year, after all these years in the industry, decided to do his master degree, which he obtained from the University of Rome. We were very excited of that and delighted. Leah has decided to take some time to work and do some voluntary work for the fight against COVID before she comes back to the office. So it is definitely the human capital that we feel makes us special. Secondly, I would think about our partners. Without our partners, a lot of our work would not be done. So we spend a lot of time and efforts to choose the right partners locally, be it hotels or service providers or suppliers. And then during COVID, when COVID hit, unfortunately last year, we had to deal with cancellations and postponements and things like that. And because of this relationship with partners, that we could really minimize the impact of the COVID. In some instances, we had the event postponed without any financial implications, which I think great. We could only achieve that with strong relationship with partners. And obviously, partners, not only suppliers and hotels, it goes to airline companies, convention centers, government entities like Steen and his team at the TCM. It's the governing body of the tourism sector here. We work closely with them. I was earlier in a conversation with Steen, and he mentioned there is over 100 DMCs licensed only in Dubai. only few of them are listed to be preferred DMCs of the destination of Dubai. And we're proud and privileged to be one of these listed ones. But our partnerships is not only local, and the UK was one of the first ones that we wanted to tap in, and we partner up now more than 7 years. Time really flies with Mags, and then obviously it was followed by Ria Moijert in the Benelux region, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg, and then Renee in the German-speaking countries. So it's these associations that we're looking for, the people, the right people who will give us that exposure. You could be the best in doing what you do, but if you don't get the right exposure, you'll never reach, and this will never be sustainable. So we're very happy so far with this relationship and partnership with our overseas offices. Well, up till COVID came in, and then things went south. But you know, obviously they're still working very hard, even harder now to get us there, you know, and get the exposure. The third point I would think of that would make us maybe stand out, or we want to really stand out, is the way we deal with the business. We are really, you know, very flexible in dealing with the ever changing environment of our business. It's that can-do culture, the can-do attitude. With Sue as well, we spoke about it. It's almost a Dubai thing. Everybody wants to do their best. If you are out there to do a task, everybody wants to be the best. So that can-do attitude, the move-on culture is what we're really proud of. I mean, this whole thing that you see in front of you now, the idea came in 3 weeks ago. We said, you know, I think it's the time to speak to our partners in Europe or around the world to tell them how Dubai is ready. Next day, it's a call to the EXPO team and a call to the TCM, and then everybody was on board straight away. We just had to invite you, and everybody, you know, was happy to join in. 3 weeks later, we're here talking to you about updates about the destination. So yeah, it's that addictive attitude of wanting to achieve something. I said it's a Dubai thing. Dubai as well, it's about achieving and being the first in achieving the heights. And it's very addictive. It's almost contagious in a very positive manner. You don't need social distancing from that attitude. So yeah, it's about that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mo. And one of the things about being in Dubai, there is a real tangible buzz right across the board in every business and every conversation you have, that we feel so grateful to be up and running and ready and open to look after the rest of the world in a way that many people just can't believe that we're doing so much. So there's a perfect professional mix that's happening right now in Dubai. But what do all the staff do? How do they plan things? How does it all come together? Let's find out now as we go to Weil from Memento. I've got to ask you, Weil, when you have so much, we've worked together many, many times together, and your staff are fantastic, they're always in place, they've always got everything lined up, and now would be peak season. What have you done over this last year when were you watching Netflix? What were you doing to keep things busy, to keep the team at the level that they should be, and to keep the business open?
Thank you so much, Dave. Good question. Thanks everyone for attending this live session today. Absolutely, Dave, no one saw this coming this way. Of course, from an operational point of view, we were hoping to continue delivering our clients' events, but unfortunately this was not possible. Our immediate priority was to negotiate with on behalf of our clients regarding potential new dates and cancellations, conditions, etc. But as you can imagine, this was quite a task, Dave, due to the numerous parties involved in each event, as you can imagine, from the arrival meet and greet, the transportation, accommodation, hotels, activities, drivers, guides, and audiovisual, so many things in each event, you know. So that was not easy, especially with the lack of visibility of how long this might take. Nobody knew what's happening at that time. At the same time, in parallel, we remained focused on keeping our team engaged, equally motivated, and mentally ready to adapt with the new situation, especially that we couldn't physically meet that time. The good thing that our systems already were clouds-based, so it was so easy for us to switch to a working from home mode. Another thing as well that we were doing, we have allocated some special projects and tasks among ourselves in order to make sure that our policies are up to date and as per the latest COVID-19 protocols, like the restricted number of each venue, social distancing, and all of that. Now we can comfortably say that our suppliers list are reviewed, are up to date after going through a rigorous assessment process. We did write our contracts, we did write our agreements, having more comprehensive terms and conditions. We have reviewed as well our risk assessment documentations, our insurances, which are readily available for all of our agencies and clients whenever it's needed. Another thing actually that is so important, the hunt process of new experiences and venues and hotels and activities in the destination never stopped actually. We did our homework, we did so many visits whenever it was possible. So for example, we reached out to the new in Dubai, the new project, the highest Ferris wheel in the world that is due to open in June. And we did, in collaboration with them and our representation offices in UK and in Europe, we did so many calls with the clients. We did the same with the EXPO team as well. And regarding hotels as well, we visited, for example, the new Adrias Beach Resort even before the opening. We were the first DMC, Dave, to do a hard hat tour at the Sofitel the Obelisk, the new one in the healthcare city. And I remember it was in June, as soon as Dubai opened up and in-person meetings were allowed in the city. Another thing that I would like happily to share with everyone who is attending today, we can say that we can see some solid good signs of business and events coming back to Memento, hopefully by September, end of this year. And I can tell everyone and all the agencies who are attending today that as a DMC we are ready more than ever to welcome everyone back again and to get busy again with your groups and events.
Thank you so much, Wael. And I've got to say, from my own experience, there's so much has been going on in the last 8 months. For me, I was involved in the opening of the world's tallest fountain on the Palm, which is another Guinness World Record. So Dubai is still creating incredible experiences, but also with social distancing. And only for this moment of broadcasting am I not wearing a mask. Otherwise, myself and all the panel would normally be doing that. So it's a very safe venue to be. So I'd like now to turn around to Sue once again from EXPO 2020. And we've got 40 professionals here on Zoom, all watching and saying, right, what can EXPO 2020 offer us? And also, once we've had this 6 months of incredible tourism and visits and exposure, will it still be going after that?
Well, thank you, Dave. If you've asked me this question last year to the 40 professionals who've joined us, I probably would have gone straight into what is so unique about the World Expo. But given the current situation that we are in, I somehow would like to just draw back to the basics. For someone who loves traveling as much as I do, I have not left Dubai since last February, and I know many of us who have not been able to travel for either work or business or pleasure, and there are so many destinations that we want to go to. I think the uniqueness of the World Expo is within a 4.38 square kilometer site. So I don't know if you're a Bayern München fan or you're a Chelsea fan if you're in the UK, but imagine the Stamford Bridge or a football stadium, times that by 400. That is the size of the Expo site. And in that site and location, you will have more than 190 countries coming together, each of them with some stunning pavilion and experiences, from the origami and Arabic geometry combination inspired Japanese pavilion to Brazil recreating the Amazon basin and rainforest within their pavilion, to Singapore bringing the gardens of Singapore into the desert of Dubai. You get to see some incredible architecture, some phenomenal innovation. If you want to see what is in the world of 3D printing, you can see it at the World Expo. If you want to catch a popular concert by a superstar and you haven't been able to go to a concert for a year, you'll be able to catch it at the Expo. If you want to come into a restaurant and have Peruvian ceviche to a Malaysian rendang, or you want to be in a futuristic restaurant where robots will come and serve you, you can have all of this at the World Expo. And I think the ability to walk from Japan to Jamaica and from Aruba to Argentina in a year where we haven't been able to travel is a fantastic value proposition. So for MICE professionals out there, whether you have, you want to organize a conference or you want to pull together, and I know exhibitions have got a longer lead time, but still we are getting inquiries for exhibition with less than 6 months to go. And if you're keen in terms of pulling together, one of the big challenges for the incentive industry is how do I create something so unique and bespoke for my client and yet provide value? And the current values that we're getting from the hotels, from the airfares, is fantastic. Expo ticket, if you're holding an event at the Dubai Exhibition Center, is inclusive. So we can work very closely with you to try and curate really unique bespoke experience for your clients, for you to bring over. But Dave, you also touched on a very important point. The billions of investment that has gone into Expo during the 6 months is not only a 6-month investment, it's the investment into the future of Dubai. And 6 months post the end of the World Expo, there will be a decommissioning period. But after the decommission, Expo 2020 site transforms into District 2020, which is a smart urban city where there'll be a mix of residential and commercial. And it will leave behind an icon for Dubai. Many of you may be familiar with the I have not traveled for some time, so forgive me. I should not forget the Tour d'Eiffel. I'm trying to remember the name in English. The Eiffel Tower in Paris. That was an icon, in the 1885 World Expo that remains a phenomenal landmark. Dubai is building its own Eiffel Tower at the World Expo. You can't see it from here, but it's a 17-story dual projection dome that will be on every single television screen across the world during the opening ceremony. It has got a standing capacity of about 10,000, a phenomenal venue where you can put together an event for about 5,000 people. It will not be available during Expo time for event organizers, but post-Expo, that's the legacy that you will have. The building that we are currently sitting in is actually the Sustainability Pavilion. During the 6 months of Expo, it will function as a museum and an exhibition, and post that it will become a children's science center. More importantly, the businesses that the district hopes to attract includes Internet of Things, mobility, logistics, aviation, aerospace, are all the future industry, the technology that will be moving us forward. So for those of you who are looking at your client portfolio, every single client is actually moving towards big data, artificial intelligence. So you will have an ecosystem here that will enable you to build together a program that combines the amazing leisure offering that Dubai has, and plus some of the legacy that Expo 2020 will leave behind. So whether you're thinking of the 6-month event time, which you must, and we will help and support you in terms of curating those itineraries, together with Memento, we welcome an opportunity to workshop ideas. But post-Expo as well, remember that District 2020 will remain an iconic site for you to include as part of your client offering.
That's amazing. I'm so excited. I did not know all those things, but now I know them. I'm even more excited to come here with my family and my business and also be here for a very long time. But there's also, not to say the elephant in the room, because in this room you could actually fit a whale, but I'm going to turn to Steen now from Dubai Tourism. There's a question that always comes up about safety and coronavirus and COVID-19 precautions. How can people know that when they come to Dubai, it's going to be a safe zone and the experience that they enjoy will be better than anywhere else around the world?
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Well, first of all, I think Dubai has been capable of handling the pandemic extremely well. And for us who are residents here, we see in our moving about in the city every day how all the precautionary measures, how they are in place, how they are being efficient, and how they're ensuring that everyone is being kept healthy and safe. We are very confident when we are looking into the rest of 2021 and also beyond. We see that travel and tourism is now coming back. For events in particular, we're also seeing that is coming back. We've hosted a number of quite significant trade shows over the last few months. Only a couple of weeks ago, Dubai hosted Gulf Food, a large food and beverage trade show with more than 2,500 exhibitors from around the world. And in December, we hosted our technology trade show called GITEX that also attracted thousands of visitors. So business events are happening again. We are also seeing incentive groups and corporate meetings happening in Dubai. They're of course not in the same scale as we're used to, but it just shows that Dubai is open, and there are corporate companies that are taking advantage of these opportunities, bringing their groups to Dubai. Of course, one of the things that ensures that we can stay open and we can host events is the fact that we have specific guidelines in place for events. Guidelines that includes anything from sanitization of the events, of the venue, before, during, and after. Restrictions on capacity to ensure that there is proper social distancing between the attendees. Directional signage to ensure traffic flow for events that has a large number of people. Ensuring that everyone are wearing face masks, and have also guidelines for the serving of food and beverage. There's not a capacity limit on how many people can attend events here in Dubai. The way that we're approaching it it really depends on the size of the venue. The rule of thumb here is that if you're doing an indoor event, you need at least 4 square meters of space available per delegate. But if that's available and you have a sufficiently sized venue, you can put as many people in there as you like. Now, these guidelines are not only in place for venues, but they're in place across all touch points. And that's really to make sure that you and your delegates can feel safe from the minute that you land in Dubai. Emirates Airlines and Fly Dubai have their guidelines in place. The journey through the airport, if you're using public transportation such as our metro system, there are guidelines in place. All hotels, shopping malls, restaurants, experiences, and of course venues have guidelines in place. And all these guidelines go hand in hand, really to ensure that across all touch points that you'll be touching, that there are guidelines in place. And 2021 is just such an exciting year for us here in Dubai. Only a few weeks ago, the Mars mission, the UAE Mars mission, reached the red planets, and the probe is now orbiting Mars. Something that we're very excited about. Of course, we're looking forward to EXPO 2020, as Sue talked about, and all the opportunities that EXPO will provide for you to come here and for Dubai and the UAE to showcase itself of what we are capable towards the rest of the world. And then in December, the 2nd of December actually, the UAE will be celebrating its Golden Jubilee, 50 years since the founding of the UAE. So another very, very exciting year for us here in Dubai. And of course, that's underlined by there's always something new happening in Dubai. We have new things to look forward, new things to offer you all the time. Ain Dubai, the largest observation wheel in the world, will be opening shortly. We got Museum of the Future, another stunning venue that will be opening soon, and there's a strong pipeline of new hotels and other venues that you can look forward to. And of course, here during EXPO, so many opportunities exist here, but also as Sue talked about, post-EXPO, the opportunities are just endless. So we can't really wait to welcome you to Dubai and to work with you in supporting you and your clients.
Fantastic, thank you so much for that. And I've got to say, when we talk about the mission to Mars, it's only a matter of time until Memento and Dubai government get together to make sure that when you have your next MICE trip, we'll take you to Mars as well. It just sounds like a plan for Mo and Wild to start working on as we speak. Well, thanks to our wonderful panel of esteemed speakers, and thank you so much for answering all the questions that you sent through to us. We tried to get through as many as we could do, but if you've still got questions unanswered, then please feel free to contact our team members all across, your natural representatives that you've been in contact with, or get onto us at events@mementodmc.com. And we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. So if you just joined us, by the way, then this is a showcase of how you can experience Dubai as an incredible destination from now and on into the future. And now I'd like to be able to connect with some of our partners who are running venues right across Dubai and find out what they've got as incredible offerings for you and your team and for your business colleagues when you bring them along here. It's very exciting to be part of this. So I'd like to go now, first of all, to Adrian Nastasi, who's the Director of Sales and Marketing. He's joining us live from the brand new SLS Hotel. Adrian, are you there?
Thank you very much, Dave. Hello, everyone. As you can see, we are at the ground floor of SLS Dubai Hotel and Residences. The hotel is due to open on the 1st of April, and I will take you now to the ground floor where the arrival experience begins with a welcoming stained glass wall and a beautiful carpet with golden accents. As you can see, the main message here is that fortune favors the bold, and we will go now to the 71st floor where the reception is located. Entering the elevator, and in the meantime I will be talking to you a little bit about the hotel. So the hotel is comprised of 254 hotel rooms and suites. We also have 321 hotel apartments on property. At the top of the tower we have a complex of restaurants, meeting room facilities, sauna. It's called the Crown, and it's all topped up on the 75th floor with a beautiful mixology lounge that turns into a nightclub after 11 p.m. It's called Privilege Dubai. In terms of F&B offering, we have an all-day dining restaurant called Filia, the first restaurant in the Middle East that will be entirely managed by women. So Filia, which in Italian means daughter. Then we have a steakhouse, a signature steakhouse by the famous butcher Dario Cecchini. And I did mention earlier the Privilege on the roof. We also have a mixology lounge on the 71st floor, and that would be right here. So this would be the reception area. To the left you have the 12 chairs is our caviar and champagne lounge. As you can see, people are working on getting the hotel ready for the opening. And up there we have the ballroom on the 73rd floor in the meeting room facilities, offering you some amazing views on both sides of the city, towards the downtown area and towards the Salco area. Thank you very much, everybody. We look forward to working together in the future with our long-term standing partners from Memento, Destination and Events. See you soon in Dubai.
Thank you, Adrian. Fantastic. And I love the fact that when you're inside that elevator, it was like being eaten by a blancmange at the same time, but the view is well worth it. One of the things you've got to understand about Dubai, I guess, is that every single part of it is set up to make you go, wow. So every time that your clients come through, there isn't a single area that doesn't have a wow attached to it. I mean, just talking there about the SLS Hotel, Filia is an incredible restaurant that's run completely by female management, which just goes to show that Dubai and the UAE is one of the most progressive and diverse places on the planet, which makes it very exciting. We're going to talk to one of our other partners now, as we're going to chat to Ian Renton, who's the Director of Sales at Atlantis Dubai. He's going to join us live from the Royal Bridge Suite of Atlantis The Palm. Hello to Ian.
Thank you, Dave. Hello, everybody. My name is Ian Renton. I'm the Director of Sales here at Atlantis The Palm, Dubai. I'm standing here in a Royal Bridge Suite, which is a very luxurious suite, very popular with the celebrities, and a great spot to have a really unique and special event. We have views across the Palm Islands as well as into the Arabian Gulf, and it really is the pinnacle of luxury when holding events with us. Our resort has just undergone $100 million refurbishment, which includes all our 1,548 bedrooms and suites, our restaurants, our public spaces, our conference facilities, and the Aquaventure water park. Yesterday we opened up our Trident Tower, where we've done a 33% expansion of our water park, and we're proud to say we're one of the largest water parks within the world, offering over 105 rides, slides and attractions to all our guests. With our conference center, we spent over $3.1 million and really enhanced our space with a timeless yet contemporary look and feel, and keeping intact with latest trends and technologies that the world has to offer in meetings and events. That's all with Atlantis the Palm. We've also got Atlantis the Royal behind me, whereas at the end of this year in Q4 we're going to be very proud to open up 795 bedrooms, as well as 17 restaurants and a conference centre consisting of one main ballroom of 1,000 square metres and 6 breakout room boardrooms for you. With EXPO approaching, we are very excited to welcome you across and to experience exactly what we've done firsthand. I want to thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to welcoming you together with Memento DMC, and thank you very much. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you so much, Ian. Fantastic. And as you saw there in the backdrop, you could notice that incredible building that was made out of blocks from what we could see. But as you get closer to it, you realize it's luxury apartments, and you realize that that is actually one of the most stunning hotels that's ever been made, the Atlantis the Royal. And it's an unbelievable venue that's going to be open for everyone to visit and experience in Q4 of this year. Next up, we're going to catch up with Betty Massonet, who's head of events at C'est La Vie, and she's actually outside the Address Sky Hotel, and she's going to join us live to give us a demonstration of what you can enjoy when you join us at C'est La Vie. Over to you, Betty. Are you there?
Thank you so much, Dave. Hello, everyone. My name is Betty Massonet, and I'm the event manager of C'est La Vie Dubai. Here is our main lobby, and I'm going to give you a tour of our venue. We are located on the 54th floor of Address Sky Hotel, where we can access our venue with 2 panoramic lifts. So for those who never came in C'est La Vie, you will be able to enjoy the panoramic view for a few minutes. Our concept is born in Southeast Asia and celebrate the popular French saying that translates to "this is life." So as you're gonna see in few seconds, we have a sky bar terrace, as well as a club lounge terrace, and also a restaurant terrace. So we can have approximately 350 people sitting in total, which allows us to have plenty of different events, sitting or standing formats. So here we arrive on the 54th floor. Let me give you a quick tour. The main reception of C'est La Vie, with the entrance of our restaurant. So we have the Sky Bar and Sky Bar Terrace, the Club Lounge and Club Lounge Terrace, as well as our restaurant with a private dining room in the end, and a restaurant terrace with a view on our pool deck. And as I'm sure you might have seen all over Instagram, the famous C'est La Vie swing. Thank you so much again for giving me this opportunity to present to C'est La Vie Dubai, and I hope to work with you in the near future. Over to you, Dave.
Thank you so much, Betty. And you may recognize a C'est La Vie brand originated in Singapore, and it's one of those signature brands that you can see in all the best places around the world. And of course, Dubai's got an incredible view, and if you want to dine and party and bring your clients to enjoy and experience how wonderful that is, well, the great news is it's now open and ready for your business too. Now, you've spent a lot of time in elevators. I didn't expect the Vertigo to be quite like this, and so I've been promised that our next conversation is not going to be like that. It's going to be calm. There's no elevators, but just an incredible view. And that's why we're going now to the Andaz Hotel. And joining us there is Moritz Frings, who's the Director of Sales and Marketing. And he's promising to share a cocktail with us and not go anywhere near an elevator, but you can just enjoy the incredible view. Are you there, Moritz?
Thank you, Dave. It's a pleasure being here today and to be speaking to all of you. I'm here on the beautiful Palm Jumeirah, right in the middle of Dubai. It's beautiful weather and I'm sitting right on the beach. And I'm here at the Andaz Dubai De Palm, a concept by Hyatt. It's a luxury boutique hotel, but it has a lot to offer to its guests. We have a variety of food and beverage outlets, and I'm here in my personal favorite, La Coco. La Coco is a Californian, Mexican-inspired restaurant, and anything that you can find on the Californian West Coast is now available on the Dubai Palm Jumeirah. My favorites include lobster roll, fish tacos, and the Californian pizza as well. So I hope that all of you can come here soon and visit us to try it, and we'll be happy to welcome you. And we're looking forward to working with all of you and our partner, Memento Destination and Events, very soon. Thanks a lot, Dave. Back to you.
Thank you, Moritz. Wonderful. And as you've probably guessed, every single venue you've seen so far, if you're with clients or you've experienced lockdown, it feels like winning the lottery, just walking around, driving, even being in an elevator, so much open space, so much luxury, and the best experience that anyone can give you. And one of the great things about that particular property, the Andaz Hotel on the Palm, is it's one of only 2 properties that has its own private beach. So when your clients come along and enjoy the conferences, they can also sit on the beach and enjoy the experience of just doing nothing, which is something that we've all done for a while, but to do it outside is pretty cool. So with that, I hope you enjoyed everything that we've shared with you so far. To give a summary of what it really means and the experiences and the opportunities and the great destinations that are waiting for you, I'd like to leave the final word now to Mo from Memento. Over to you, Mo.
Thank you so much, Dave. Well, basically I want to thank everybody who took the time to join in today. Give us 1 hour of their time and to hear about the updates of what Dubai been doing when you were away, and what are the plans for the future, for EXPO and for the destination, and obviously for ourselves. So if there is a message that I would like to share with everyone, is that we are more than ready to welcome you and welcome the world, and we only want your visit to be as productive, fun and memorable that you leave Dubai wanting to come back for more. So thank you so much again, and hope to see you all soon.
Thank you, Mo. So to summarize that, we're talking about wow. Ultimately, bring your business, bring your MICE events to Dubai. I'd like to thank all our panel experts for speaking and sharing their insights. Also, all our away day guests who are phoning in and doing their videos from all across Dubai. You get to meet them in person when you come here. All our destination managers who are responsible for getting you onto this call, but most of all for you. Without you, we don't do what we do and reach the world and share this incredible experience. I can't wait to catch up with you. Come on, let's see you in Dubai. Have an amazing day. Thanks for joining us. That's it, the end of the experience here at EXPO 2020. We broadcast live to 40 different people all around the world. They're going to be bringing their business and their clients and all the MICE events here to the UAE, especially to Dubai. And as I got to leave EXPO 2020, off now to many more Zoom calls, many more meetings, and much more business. Look after yourself and have a great day.
Safety is everything. If you go to the mall, if you go to the convention center, you feel safe.
Dubai provides excellent opportunity to establish many conferences, considered as a hub because of infrastructure and hotels and facilities they are offering.
You can see that everyone is really aware of what is my responsibilities towards the other people. It's a safe environment to create whatever you want.
Being a hybrid event, the safety regulations are fully integrated. No programs being printed, there are no badges. Everything is digital through barcodes and QR codes.
Dubai is one of the few cities in the world that have restarted the business event sector. We've done that implementing a number of proactive precautionary measures that ensures the health and safety of delegates and organizers.
He's able to powerful reach and connect with his audience.
Anything that you want to do